on the cameras that they use to surveil, you know, the entire forest, there have been so many trophy bucks seen in a 25-mile radius that there's no reason we all can't get a trophy buck this year. So I'm breaking out this special camera and I'm going to install it on my bow. And it never worked worth a shit before because I was trying to use it with the Windows computer, and the Windows computer wanted nothing to do with a solo cam. Didn't like it, shitty, just horrible. But then it dawned on me, the Mac. The Mac loves video and audio, just thrives on it. So we're going to clean this puppy up and go ahead and install it on my bow. And to make up for the one that I lost the other day, come on, focus, little kid. You can do better than that. Where are you? There it is. This is a Montauk G5. And this is what I use. Other people like the expanding heads, all the other happy bullshit. I'll show you what I used the last time. Was one of these fuckers. But when it cornholed itself into the dirt, when I missed the deer, it did a job on itself. Now, I know that the blades are replaceable, but you know what? I just can't get over this shitty point. This point looks like dog. I mean, it's just fucked up. If it was a real sharp point like this one, you know, I would be more inclined to go along with it. But you take a look at this fucker in comparison. I'm not telling you it's a piece of shit. I've never gotten a deer with one. But then again, I've never hit a deer with that on there. It puts a 50 caliber hole in them. But I just don't have, you know, if you don't have good feelings about something, you would do yourself a favor. Where's that fucking thing? Not to use it. And I don't know if it'll focus or not, but it doesn't seem to want any part of it. So fuck it. Pardon me. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay, let's get on with this here. At least I found my cheap bow wax. It's not cheap. What I mean is, compared to the stuff I've been using, which is sick money, that'll probably work just fine. And I got cocoa butter for my dry fingers. So we're good to go. All right, let's get on with this. It's always good if you're a summer of the bow just sitting to make sure everything is square. You want the rest all the way up to here. And you want to come over here and see that we even need to make an adjustment. That black mark, which you can barely see, needs to be in the center of the knock place, not at the base. This is why I'm obviously shooting a little high all the time. So we're going to adjust that by loosening the little, the knock, or the, it is a knock. The fucking loop there. I forgot the name of it. It's been such a long time since I monkeyed with this stuff. We'll loosen it up a little and drop it down to where the black mark is directly in the center, because that's what we need for this Matthews drop away rest to work. See the Matthews, real McCoy. Now watch these little fuckers. See that? It lands on that and it calms down the sound a little bit. Okay, it's called a D loop. Finally came to my mind, but I guess got the idea. If I put a knock in and put it backwards, I can get it exactly so. So we're going to tighten up the D loop and we're going to be good to go. But as you can see, if I actuate this, we are right where we want to be, right on the edge of the deer skin, which really makes it quiet for the arrow to take off. And we're right square dead nuts in the center. Now we're going to have to go out and shoot this a bunch of times to make sure we've got the sight lined up where it needs to be. Now, also I cleared, there's a little lens in there. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But there's a glass lens that corresponds with my prescription for my glasses. That way I can actually see these beautiful pins perfectly when the time comes. Otherwise you can't. And if you look, they are lighted. You've got to come from this side, I guess. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, I don't know if you can or not, but let's go. Let's do one thing at a time. What we're going to do is, because broadheads do fly different than field points, field tips, we're going to install these dulled G5s on these arrows that are the same weight, 340s, and it'll, because we don't want to dull one of these. These you want razor sharp. 100 grain, razor sharp, because they've got to cut arteries and make the deer bleed to death. So you don't want dull for that. Now, if you have varmints, trouble with foxes or coyotes, you can use these, of course, and they will not likely go as far through the animal. I mean, this would cut through an animal so fast, they wouldn't even know they got hit till they were bleeding out. That would be how fast you bleed to death on that. The arrow will go right through you. Choot! It's over, just like that. Lay down and die, because that's what you got. Once it punctures that diaphragm, there's no more chance of getting another breath, and you either die of asphyxiation or you die of blood to death. That's the way arrows kill. They kill by bleeding to death, not by shock. Guns kill by shock. And so I've personally found the deer taste a hell of a lot better when they're not scared shitless. So here we go. Let's give it a try. Let's install these and go try it. All right, guys, as you can see, 30 yards away, my first try got two very close and then one hit way over here. So I had made an adjustment with the sight, and then I got 3 out of 3 in the kill zone. Now obviously that's not where you're going to shoot a deer. You're going to shoot over here, and you're going to aim for the heart area or low in the chest. These high shots are very difficult to find the animal. So let's try again, see how we do. Okay, well, 30 yards I was aiming at the leaf, so we got up at the upper corner, but see, these two arrows, they follow each other for consistently, as you can see where they hit the last time. So these two fly nice and consistently, and we got one wild asshole, which is nice to know. It's only a practice arrow, but we damn sure I'm not going to use this piece of shit to hunt with. It's too inconsistent. Maybe we got a fletching that's fucked up. Maybe the spine is not the same. It's hard to say, but we know we'll never use that for hunting. These two are close enough. I mean, there's a finger. You can't turn your finger. That's how close they are. And I'm way out of practice. You really got to shoot 50, 60 shots a day for a month or so before hunting season. I haven't done shit. I've been too busy working on videos and Aceto stuff. But, you know, that's not horrible shooting. That's freezer deer. You've definitely got deer in the fucking house. If you can hit that plate at 30 yards, most people don't take those shots. But, well, that's what we got. There's the old girl. I'll show you there's the name of her. Where is it? Black Max. You ever find one of these on the internet? And 65% let off, so know that going in. You're going to be holding a great deal more power to a 70-pound bow than you were going to hold with one of the newer bows. But it's short, light, very accurate, extremely fast. Fucking, it's the nicest bow I've got. And I've got a Black Max 2, a Black Max right-handed, Black Max left-handed, and that's what I'm using right now, is a left-handed one. But as far as just an excellent bow. Matthews was really trying back in '98, and he did a nice job. All right, let's see what we can do. Man, that southern wind, it has really turned the day into a totally different animal. Instead of colder than hell, it's actually too warm to be out here dressed like I am. And take a look across the lake. You can see pretty nice with the light we've got now. Let me zoom a rooney. Take a look at that. I mean, it ain't gorgeous, but it's about as good as it's gonna get. And I might have been wrong about El Scritando. It might be, not today. The winds have laid right down. So this is what it's like in the hills of Atisco. But I am gonna get out and see what I can do today. Get out the tree stand, get up in the woods, and enjoy every bit of it I can while I can. These tulip trees are like palm trees, kind of. You can really climb up there nice, and they're soft. You can't grip into them with your fingers, but they're soft wood, and boy, they cling nice. The oaks and what have you are a whole nother story. They are slippery at times. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Okay, so here's how we did. 30 yards, I only missed once out of all these shots. And it was the same arrow that always went rogue on me. So there was one arrow that I told you before was a little weird. The rest were really good. Um, Here's where it was pinned up to the animal. So there's some nice inside the pie plate. It's a hand-sized pie plate. 30 yards. It's nothing to brag about. Trust me. When all of them are touching, all the arrows are touching. You can't even see air between the arrows. Then you're doing something. Or you get a Robin Hood like this over here. Oh, who? What's a Robin Hood, Humble? Come here. I'll show you. That's where one arrow goes right inside the other arrow. Just like that. It was right up the back end of the thing, just like this. Actually, you ruined 2 arrows, but hey, life goes on. At least you got something to show people. I've had a couple of those in my life. That's a $40 fuck up. But nonetheless, that's the way it is. But you can say you did it and show people, and I guess that's cool. All right, so where are we, Humble? So where are we, Humble? We're here. Let me get a light on. Perhaps it'd be a little better for you. Just coming out of the shower. You know, man, I was talking to Jody on the phone as I was doing this in the woods. A flea on my hand. I killed that fucker. 5 minutes later, another flea on my hand. A flea's dropping out of the sky. Now, I never saw that before, but it's better than a tick. That's for certain. So I went and took a shower. Make sure I'm in good shape. Now it looks like it might rain. If we look up into the sky, it's starting to get gray and nasty. And we got only one little squirrel out here having a nummy. Look at him. Little sweetheart. Where's the critter? Right there. There she is. And the phone is putting the X on the squirrel. All right, so much for that. You want to see something cool? Humble. What are these long fucking videos? Oh, no, not that. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can adjust the fucking light and shit. I didn't know that until just now. Come on. But can you do this? Yes. Take a look at this thing. Look at that. Elk horn coral that I found, and I super glued them together. And it's my artwork that, well, not mine, I just found the things, but I put them like that. I call it compassion. So it looks like this one has compassion over this one here. It looks like the one was sad, and the other one just kind of came to give it compassion. Just a little something I have, you know. Knucklehead gone to seed. But we're going to install that new blade. Oh, you said about accuracy? There. This is in the wintertime when I'm getting ready to do archery practice. I might still have a video up of doing this. But, you know, it's not one that I did it to. It's one right after the other. And the best bow I've got, well, I've got 2 bows that are really good for this. One of them is my Adrenaline by Matthews, and the other one is my MQ32. That is a little tack driver, that thing, and it's just about dead silent. So if you can hit a bottle cap at 40 feet. That's all the size of the house. At 40 feet, you can hit a bottle cap. You ought to be able to hit a friggin' deer. Oughta. We'll soon see. That little blinker going on. He's charging up that little camera, HD. Now, what's the name of that? Because I could use some information about this thing. What is the name of this little bastard here? Oh, Tacticam. Okay, I got to go find out about this. 1080p Tacticam. All right. All right, well, that's what's going hunting with us. If there's really the chance of getting a beautiful buck, I want it on film, even if they throw me off YouTube or whatever the fuck. That's their business, but I would like to get a decent hunt. I don't, throw Cameron Haynes off and he gets to hunt pictures. I'm not going to film gutting the thing, but let's see what we can.